Good morning, hello, and also, hello Rex Roof, thank you for the raid so much, right, good timing too, right at the beginning of the stream. Rex Roof, how was your stream? What were you working on today? Oscar Allen, hello. I'll give a few more seconds in case there's that gauntlet of ads that you have to get through. I didn't start the stream with like a bunch of ads right at the beginning. There's unfortunately not a good way to get through that. Rex Roof, are you still here? Were you able to make it? How's your stream? What were you working on today? Bold first ad, hello, good morning. It should let me click on your name in the chat or in like the activity feed, but of course it doesn't. Oh, Rex had to run to work. Well, how was the stream? What was he working on? What is that? That is Rex Roof like this. Python supervised in Docker. Oh, that sounds actually pretty interesting. A bunch of Tmux stuff. Yeah, Tmux is also pretty awesome. KO2 fan, hello. You're close to graduation, so you're universally designated taxi driver for every drunk person there since you don't drink. Oh, yeah, I remember those days. I solved that by just not having a car. Just like don't have a car, and then just by default you can't be asked to drive everyone. Actually that doesn't really work out very well because I didn't end up having to drive a bunch of people because they would drive and they're like, oh, I can't drive, but you can. Here's my keys. I'm like, oh okay. So it didn't work out completely, but it kind of sort of worked out. It keeps people out of your car if you want. All right. Let's see. What are we working on today? Today we're starting a brand new project. It's gonna be we're gonna be exploring how to build a level editor inside of a game. And then there's some other little things about it that I want it to be not like fully professional in that way. Like I don't want to take that much time to like work on that, but I do want it to be at least professional enough that it sort of like looks like we're getting there, like we're improving, we're getting better with all of this. So there's going to be some things that I want to do that actually make it look more like an actual full game and not just only focusing on the level editor part. Now you like driving, plus every drunk person you drive is one more person you're making sure gets home safe and everything. That is absolutely true. And I'm sure hopefully they appreciate you for that. I'm sure everybody else on the roads does. So I created last night, a bunch of issues. Now this is like only the beginning of where things are going. And I was playing around with the projects in GitHub. So I still am not completely sure how this works, because if I go to our platform with level editor and I go to projects here, I can see like I can get a Kanban style board going. So we can have like a doing. Presets, sure, you're in progress. Move issue here when, well, reopened is actually going over here. Pull request. When they're approved, they should, okay. Sure. However, I don't really plan on doing these things, so let's see how this works. I don't want to set up the README today. That's something we can do like later on. If we open this up, we can see it's really just like instructions on how to get this all up and running. GitHub Actions, though, I think this is also always a good thing to sort of get it set up right away at the beginning of the project. So the big thing that we want to do here is we want to set up two actions to happen. One on any branch, or I guess one specifically on pull requests and the main branch, and one just for the main branch. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do for that. If I remember correctly, we've actually done this before, and we can just steal some of the actions that we have. So I think it's in BPECS. We can look here, there's this GitHub folder with workflows, and we have these two workflows here. So here's this deploy one, and it's the most complicated. It does both the testing and deploys to crates.io. So I want to do something similar where it can also like deploy this to S3. That way there'd be like just a nice place for us to pull this down, like pull the actual folder down when we want to. So I think that we can just get this raw. This is going to be in .github workflows. So let's go ahead and I haven't even set up like the Rust part yet. We should probably do that too. So let's make sure that we're at the latest version of Rust. It's downloading nightly. And I know that Rust Analyzer just came out with a really cool new update, but unfortunately VS Code doesn't seem to get that until like about an hour or two from now. Like just shortly after I finish the stream, that's usually when they update. Okay, so it looks like, oh, this is nice. Nightly updated, but there's no changes to stable Rust. So we are currently on Rust version 1.52. And so we can do a cargo. We're gonna do an init because we're just in this folder, which sets all of that up for ourselves. And then we can create a .github workflows. And inside of that, flows. And then it can be whatever we want to name the thing. So in this case, this is deploy.yaml. And then we have this. So we can have, this could, maybe we just do like test. Test and build. I'll throw you in here. All right, so what do we want to have happen? So this is going to be test and build. When should this action run? This should action on all pull requests. On pull request branches. So on pull _ request, all pull requests to the, I think I have the main branch because I just created it. Yeah, main branch. What environment? Okay, so then all of this should be fine here. We're gonna use Ubuntu to build this. We have to install all of these things. We remember that. We use the cache. We check out the code. Install Rust, add features. Okay. Then we're installing Clippy and Rust format. We're going to run cargo format, check to check the formatting. We're going to check Clippy. We're going to use all. So basically just to have Clippy go to town on it. If Clippy's not happy with it, we're not happy with it. Then we run the tests, and then we also build for release mode. This is the one that takes the longest time. So the reason why we build for release also is because it's rare, but there is sometimes that everything could pass all the way to this point, but it still couldn't build for release for some reason or another. So just to do this is like a quick test. And then this is like the publish. So we don't need to do that. Basically, this is just all the testing. So if I create this, so this is on pull request of branches. So I'm not gonna see it. You know what I could do to like force that? Let's create a branch. We're gonna create a branch, and this is gonna be creating GitHub workflows. Go ahead and stage all of you. You're fine. Creating GitHub workflows for pull requests. So by pushing this up, we should not get any kind of testing automatically happening. So we should be able to verify that. No actions right now. Wait, wrong one. No actions right now. So then come back to you. I want to now create a pull request to main. So adding action to test on pull request. And we should see that pop up here. Maybe, possibly. Here's the pull request. This check has started, okay. Ah, there it goes. Maybe it had a refresh. Maybe it wasn't like something. I'm so used to like websites automatically updating like whenever it gets the new information, but this one unfortunately didn't. So we can watch this run. It probably takes around 5 to 10 minutes to run. As I said, that Rust actions are really long, but what happened here? Wait, did they speed this up? Oh, you know what? It's an empty project, so of course it's going to be super, super fast, and there's no tests in it. So, like, run the test. There's no tests. Okay, we're good. Run the build. Cargo build released. We're good here. And then check out, and then it's complete job. Okay, so everything ran successfully. Perfect. So that means I can pull this in. Now, I also want to set up a deploy to S3 when it's done, but I don't know if I want to do that on live on stream. And that's mostly because like there's lots of keys and other things that need to be set up, and we need to like figure out where things are going to go. But the general idea of how I would do this is I have to go look at the work. What is it? The workplace? Marketplace. Go for the marketplace. I want continuous deployment. And I want maybe just to search for S3. And there's usually tons of these. So I can sync a directory to an S3 repository. That might be good. This might be what I want here. It also has 542 stars, which most of these don't have very many stars at all, so that stands out. Now the idea of like the deploy here would be, I'd probably just want to, like if I could create just like a zip file with all of the folders and files together necessary, that would be the best. So I could create a file, with like all three, like here's for Windows, here's for Mac, here's for Linux, and here's like the directory that all the stuff that they need is. Okay, the following example includes optimal defaults for a public static website, which is like pretty awesome for doing this, although Amazon has released a tool called AppSync recently, which can do this much better. So I wouldn't use this for static websites anymore. Follow symlinks won't hurt and fixes some weird symbolic link problems that might come up. Might be interesting. Most importantly, permanently deletes files in the S3 bucket that are not present in the latest version of your repository build. This might actually be important because as I change things around, I might want it to like delete just old builds or different named things as it happens. If you're uploading the root of your repository, adding exclude git prevent. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be important, but I think I would want some kind of like dist folder, and I would push that. Yeah, probably some kind of like dist folder, which means I would need to like script like and install a little bit, just a bit. If you're let's see. So the big thing here, so we check out. Here is this one. Uses this with this, and then environment variables. So these are all great. So if I come back to here, I'm betting I'm not. Oh, this is test and build. So I'd want another one of these for like test and deploy. So this is going to be basically deploy YAML. We're going to grab all of this too. So it's going to do both. So we're going to call this deploy. This is going to be on push to main. Uses happens on this line. So the way this works is there's secrets that you can put into GitHub on both a global level, but also on like a local per project level. So for example, I would probably end up putting like AWS S3 bucket. This would be the local one. I don't have a bucket set up for that, and I am not even sure I can log in over here. I have two-factor authentication, and I do not have. Let's see. Type these words, that's great. Oh, I am able to set to use. I do have my key down here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I might be able to do this right now. So let's see. Let's go to S3. So I want to create a new bucket, and I'm gonna call this, we don't have a good name for this right now, so I might have to rename it later, but this is gonna be just like platformer with level editor. Hopefully nobody else has taken that. Let's put this on US East 1. That's like the primary one that like everyone uses, and it also like all US East 1 has the most features in Amazon, I've noticed, which is kind of odd. Or maybe not odd. It's also the one that goes down the most. That's also interesting. Okay, so I don't want to block all public access, but I think I can just stick with like the defaults. Oh, somebody else. Oh, can't use dashes. I can use, oh, I can't use underscores. Maybe I can use dashes. Dashes? Create bucket? Yeah, dashes are allowed. Okay, so I'm able to create this platformer with level editor. So we need the AWS S3 bucket. So I think I can at the very beginning show you what those secrets look like before I add any of in. But come back to here. I'm gonna go to my settings. I'm gonna do this off to the side just in case. And secrets. Yeah, I don't have any secrets yet set up. So here's what it looks like. You go into your project, you go to settings, and then down on the left, you can go down to secrets here. And then here's the actions secrets that you're gonna set up. So environment secrets, repository secrets, and you can even do organization secrets. So we're gonna be doing, I believe, environment secrets. So can add environment. Oh, that's, I guess this is just showing. Can I just do new prop? Oh, here it is, new repository secret. So my secret name, if we take a look at what this is, it's looking for this AWS S3 bucket. So I'm gonna put that in there. And then my bucket name, which is not like private at all, this is gonna be the platform with level editor. So add the secret, and now we see that there. And nice, you can't actually see the value of it, but I can update it. Oh no, wait, no, I can. Can I? No, the value is gone. I have to hit update there. But now when this runs, we're gonna actually see this full thing here. Now, once I get to this one, this is not so cool. I have to like hide these. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. We're gonna create a new repository secret. Throw the U in there. And I need to go find my key. Where do I go to find that? I need a special, oh, I'm probably gonna create a new IAM user for this. Let's see, let's go to services. I have to search because it's so many services. There it goes, IAM. So IAM is like the user access where I can create users. Specifically, I can create like specific users for this specific deploy. So there's only one access ID for here. If it gets compromised, it doesn't like compromise everything in the entire project. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a user. Username is gonna be platform with level editor GitHub Actions. I could also just name this GitHub Actions. And you're going to be programmatic access, meaning that you get an access key ID and an access key secret, but no ability to log in through the GUI. So add you in. I want to add you to S3 group, I guess. S3 upload. I have that already. Tags. Okay, so create that user. That then immediately gives me the access key ID. So I can't show that off here. You're going to have to be over here. Yeah. Add secret. Okay, perfect. What's next? AWS secret access key. And show that. Copy you, paste you in there. And then copy some random stuff so I can't accidentally show that off. We're going to US East 1 and okay, so the source directory of what I'm trying to push up. This is going to be interesting because when I do a build, it creates a target. And so I need to like probably create some kind of like dist folder. And that's what we're going to push up. So let's work on actually creating like that out here. So before we do this async, let's do this here. I'm gonna do a dash name. And maybe we're gonna be like build. Oh, I can do different. Build for deployment. Okay, so what are we gonna run here? I wonder if creating a shell script would be best for this. And then we can just run this. I don't know what directory I'm in. I'm assuming that I'm in like the base directory here. So I wonder, can I create a new file? And this is like build for deployment.rs. sh. Okay, so there's only a couple things that I want to do. I want to create like a dist folder. So make dir dist. Once we've created a dist folder, I want to copy in the stuff that we actually want to be there. So in this specific case, we're going to copy in target release. So copy target release. And then we're going to have the actual thing here. So in this case, we have this build for platform level editor. You should be here. So if I do a dir on target debug, I don't see it. Oh, I never ran it. That's why. There it is. We have the platformer with level editor.exe. So we want to release platformer with level editor.exe to dist. Then I just want to probably cd in there, zip it up, or we can just deploy it as there. Maybe that works. Maybe we just, this is what we do. We deploy this dist. So in here, our source directory is going to be dist. So if I, oh, this is a bash script. So I don't think I can run it easily here, but I can open a folder in WSL. What? No, open this in WSL. I mean, I guess that works too. No. Okay, you don't even open me in the right directory. Using distro. No, okay, it's not opening in the right directory. Fun. I can open up Windows Terminal. That will get me there. Okay, so we're gonna go to documents, code, builds, level editor. Oh, platformer with level editor. That's what it is. Builds, platform with level editor. So here is this. We're gonna do a chmod plus X build for development. I can now run this. Oh, can't find it in release. That's not surprising. So back here, we're gonna do a cargo run release mode. Cannot create directory dist file exists. Dist is right here. It's got, oh, it actually has it in there. Okay, so it attempted to create it. It shouldn't exist in the other one because we're gonna be blocking that. So that should be fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this dist. That's gonna be fine. Back to here. So deploy is good. This is, okay, so these are all good so far. So I want to run build for deployment, this build for deployment.sh. So we're gonna do, what is it? Is it just bash? Bash dash E for exec? Or is it even just like sh dash E, and then build for deployment? I think that's what it is. So there's no dist, run u, and there is a dist. Okay, so it's gonna be sh-e. So sh-e, and then it's gonna be this build for deployment.sh. So that's gonna then set up and like create the directory that we're gonna upload later to S3. So if I do that, then I think we're done with this. So now I can come back to here. Okay, so you're good. Build point, that's good. This is good. Now I don't want dist. So I want to ignore all files in dist. Okay, so this is uploading to S3. Now I'm pushing this into the the branch. Let's head back here. I'm pushing this into the branch, so therefore it shouldn't do the full thing. Okay, so it's doing our pull request. That's great. Actually, look at this. It's rerunning this. Okay, so can be merged. So I'm gonna go ahead and squash and merge this into like just a single commit in the base branch. We're gonna pull this into main. This is creating workflows. That's fine. Then if we come back to actions, complete failure instantaneously. Wonderful. You have an error in your YAML syntax on line 47. Lovely. Okay, so what happened here? On line 47, didn't have a space. So we need to update that. This, yes, I know. Back to here. Come on. We'll stash you. YAML syntax too hard. Yeah. We have all these things here. Let's go ahead and pull the changes down. Why do I have all of you? You should be ignored. Okay, so we have this dist, so we need to fix you. Okay, so we have, hey look, we have target, we have dist. Why are you in here? There, okay, cool. Thank you, Git. All right, so now that I've got that, we can come back here and fix this once more. This is gonna be our deploy. Get out, add you in. So removing a space to fix the deploy GitHub action. Push you up. Now let's see if it works. Hey, it's at least trying instead of just instantaneously failing. So that's a good sign. Now, I wish there was a better way to sort of like visualize this. We basically just get this sitting here. I can click into it. It's not the nicest sort of way to see this. Interesting, there are so many warnings in the, oh, that was building it. GitHub has some CLI app. I wonder if that can tail the logs more naturally. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought about that. Build for, wait, what was that? Build for deployment failed. Cannot stat target release platformer with low editor.exe, no such file or directory. Now, I kind of wish that I had done like an ls, and I could do that right now just so I can see what directory I'm in. We can update you. So it creates dist. But like this copy target, now it works for us because we're in here, but we don't know where we are. So let's just do an ls dash, let's just do an ls. So we're basically just gonna log out what directories we can see. I don't necessarily want to do a pwd because it won't really help me that much, unless like I'm like deep inside and I need to go out mostly. But for the most part, we just need to know like where are we. I'm worried that we're outside of our project. We need a cd inside for that to work. But luckily this is a fast enough run to do because we have nothing happening. We should be able to see the results of the ls here in these logs. So in this build for deployment, as soon as we get there. Yeah, I haven't checked out the GitHub CLI app. I've heard about it, but I haven't really heard like good or bad things about it. Just heard that it exists, and that's pretty much it. Okay, build for deployment. Okay, so here I see this cargo.lock, cargo.toml, license, readme. Oh, look, okay, so it sees target. So cannot stat target. Okay, so target exists. Did I misspell the app name? Because we built here. So as long as like the building still happens. Oh, look, here it is. Okay, so wait, did it not put it in target? If I do this command, target cargo build release. Oh no, okay, it's different place. Peyton Rules rating with a party of 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Peyton Rules. Hello, Raiders. How was your stream, Peyton? What are we working on today? Raiding and running is gotta go get your kiddo. Well, thank you so much for the raid. I hope that you had a great stream, and go have a great rest of your Monday. Okay, so this compiling platform with level editor. Oh, it doesn't even show that. I don't get to see that at all. Oh, you're trying to land on a platform. Ooh, that sounds fun. All right, and you'll be back. Well, hopefully I'll still be on when you get back. Let's see. So, did you not? There is a target. All right. Let's just keep on like one at a time. Updating this. We ls target now. So looking into target. This is why I like to set these out, like this type of stuff up at the beginning of the project. If you wait until like your project is done or you're ready to deploy to begin with, as you can see, like it's a lot faster to do it when you don't have any code, because then all this stuff happens almost instantaneously, which is really nice. Oh, and I guess I forgot to, for everybody who came in on the raid, what we're working on right now is the CI/CD aspect of a brand new project that we're starting. So it's gonna be a platformer with a level editor built in, something that I haven't really done before. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm doing it like as professionally as I can with my skill set. So, see what we got here. Okay, there is a release. So there is a target release. So I see that. So this doesn't exist in there. Oh, okay. So target release. What is in target release? Only actions knows. Well, and we'll know very shortly too. One day we'll get around to rewriting GitHub Actions in Rust. Then it'll be quick. Yeah, sure. But I think the slowest part about this is just that, like, the building in like the building Rust, so compiling Rust, that kind of stuff. Although in this specific case, the slowest part of it is just me not knowing what apparently our compiled name is, like, of the executable. Just rewrite Rust C and Rust. Oh wait, it is in Rust, isn't it? It's been in Rust for, has it been since 1.0 or even before that? I don't remember. I do remember it was a big deal when they switched over and said, "Hey, we don't need to use C++ or C anymore." Okay, you aired out. Let's go take a look. Oh, really? You're okay, so it's I forgot, because it's Linux, it doesn't have an .exe at the end. It just is the thing. So we're throwing you in there. So save that, copy that in there. So we're deploying for Linux. Now, if I want to cross build for Windows, I would need to see. I don't think I've done cross builds before from a Linux system, but it might be easier for us to do just like a different deploy here. Just use, like, runs on Windows, I think. Yeah, Windows and Mac are also available. So I should be able to, like, just do like Windows latest. And then that should work too. Oh my gosh, I couldn't forget. Okay, so I actually want to rename this. This is going to be deploy Linux. So I definitely don't want it to delete other files not in there. I just want to, we're going to copy dist up. We're going to copy everything in dist, and we're just basically going to just copy in here. It's just going to be whatever that is. And then that gets over to dist. So I don't need you anymore. So Linux, so no.exe, of course. a lot of these things, like with building little shell scripts or building these type of actions, a lot of it ends up being, well, duh. That's sort of like what I expected. So it should now successfully prepare that dist folder for us. And I'm expecting us to see that in S3. So I'm gonna go over to S3 again in my AWS. We're gonna go over to our platform with level editor. Usually you end up with a bunch of silly comments when doing CI changes. Squash before merge is my friend. I know the I guess like I've been doing this on the main branch because I only want the main branch to do the deployment. I probably could have done it on a test branch does it. Oh, okay. Hopefully this doesn't wrong thing. Hopefully this doesn't expose anything, but I'm gonna take a look in here. No, okay, it doesn't look like it's going to expose any of my stuff. Okay, so I got an put object operation access denied in here. So that's my error. So what I need to do is figure out why doesn't this user that I created have access to push into here? If I take a look at my IAM user, let's see, which is over here. User, this is GitHub Actions. It has, okay, Amazon S3 full access. So that should give it enough to upload to that. Do I need, that should allow it in there. In S3, I have the bucket name, which is this platform with level editor. Okay, permissions. I'm not blocking public access. Oh, authenticated users. Oh, like nobody has this access? Hold on, access control list. So sure, everyone can list it. Wait, list it? No, read it, probably. Authenticated users, not just anyone with the AWS account. So, and add grantee. I don't think that's what I want. Wait, how do I give that specific user access? It's like every time playing with AWS, like this is the problem that I usually run into, is like permissions problems. And I don't play along enough with it to like remember exactly what I need to do. So I'm gonna open up two things so I can have like my IAM user also to this side, make sure it actually has what we need to do. So we have GitHub Actions opened up. You are in that. Okay, so you have access to S3. Which I don't. That should be fine unless I have to give you like a specific region, which in that case, that could cause a problem. Yeah, it provides full access to all buckets via the AWS management Oh, AWS management console? I want... Do I need a different one for like... Let's see. Go back. Users. Actions. Add permissions. Okay, get you from there. Oh, there's no extra permissions when I try to do that. Cool. So that's not okay. Permissions boundary? No. There's also roles and other things. I can't remember where. Okay, I can add an inline policy. So go to S3. Right, okay, so I want you to like write. Oh, there's so many in write. I don't want all of you, but sure, let's just say you can do all for this test. Oh man, there's so many. All resources. No, cancel that. This is not what I want. Cancel that policy. So I think that it should have access here. So maybe it's the bucket itself that doesn't have access to? And specifically, it's a put operation. User does not, oh yeah, user does not have console management access, which is understandable. That's exactly what I want. So maybe it's back to S3. So we have this in here. Look at versioning, configuration. Permissions. Okay, Bubbage Garbage is not public. That seems to be fine. Access control list. Like the bucket owner, which is me, but I'm not in here. So do I need to add in the user I'm uploading as? So enter canonical ID or EM something or M. Cool. Is that like the IM user ID? Is that? And then I want you to have all those. Invalid ID. Well, okay. How about just this number ID I found? Unexpected error occurred. Okay, so how about just the name? GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions. Constantly. Man, it doesn't like the ID. Grantee can't be blank. Specify a grantee or remove the grantee. Well, what if you told me what the grantees could be? AWS S3 grantees. Grantee ID. A grantee can be an AWS account or one of the predefined AWS Amazon S3 groups. You grant permission to an AWS account using the email address or the canonical user ID. However, if you provide an email address, Amazon finds the ID and then adds that. Okay. So, this user, so I want the group. Wait, groups. Group, this. So I have a group name, which is called S3 upload. That's cool. Throw you in there. That doesn't work. Okay, so it can't use the group name. It has to be the individual name. There's no user, there's no email address. So there's this users. Actions. How do I don't know what this user ID is then. I have this like number that's in like the AWS, the ARN AWS IAM number, but like that didn't work when I tried to put it in. So it's something else, and of course it's not going to be a username because it's something else. That's not cool. We could add. Okay, I have this other user here. That's not been used in a long time. Maybe I can, okay, I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna try to use that one. Where is it? That's back to you. I'm going to grab you, which means I need to go back to, where is my, okay, I'm going to update this stuff again. So I'm going to update the secrets. So the key ID first. Then where is secret? Oh, I can't see it. I have to create a new one. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I have to create a new one. So that show you. That goes in here. Okay. And then the bucket stays. Oh, well, I just accidentally. The bucket is this here. Come on, click into it. There we go. Update you, back to actions. Let's try rerunning this. Can we rerun? Rerun. So hopefully this should work. If it doesn't, then I may just give up right now and then just have to do this later. Just play around with it on my own, or like read some documentation, like how do I create an IAM user that can access like this specific bucket? It's probably just like missing something with it. can I see? Okay. But hopefully this should be good. And if it deploys, then that means that that dist folder will automatically deploy. We can set that up for future stuff. We can also figure out while we're waiting, GitHub Actions Windows. So if I want to, okay, so oh, we can do a matrix strategy. Ooh, okay. I don't think I've looked at matrix strategies. So we could then say this runs on Windows latest and Mac OS latest. So there's on. Automated deployments is exactly what I want to do. Is there search for Windows in this case? No. Okay, so builds on, what's this thing about matrix though? Because that looks kind of interesting. You failed again. Access denied. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. It's probably a problem with my bucket at this point. That's what I'm thinking of, because I believe I've used this user, like this new user that I tried before. So I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Now, if we wanted to take a look at what this entire matrix thing is, so strategy matrix. You can define a matrix of different job configurations. A matrix allows you to create multiple jobs by performing variable substitution in a single job definition. So strategy matrix, but I want to do, okay, so strategy matrix OS, we want to do like Windows latest. So what would that look like? So in deploy, let's do test and build first. I guess deploy is what we're using. So we have this deploy. Okay, so jobs deploy runs on. So, oh, okay. So runs on this matrix OS. Oh, and there's this strategy OS. Okay. So it's gonna basically loop through that multiple times, I think. I think that's the idea. When you define a matrix of operating systems, you must set the value of runs on to the matrix OS context property you defined. Okay, so we're gonna have to set this up. So where this is strategy and steps. Okay, so we have jobs. Oh, this feels like it's different, doesn't it? Because like here's steps. So it's at this level. So runs. Okay, so here's runs on, and it's gonna be this. Runs on you. Then we're gonna use this strategy, which we don't have before. So strategy. Then inside that, we're gonna have a matrix. Inside of that, we can have OS. And this can be an array of, what did we have before? This is where we have Ubuntu latest. We don't need strings. This could be like that. Yeah. Windows latest. Mac OS latest. Then I don't need, oh, so these are just variables that I can now access through matrix, like whichever matrix that we're in right now. Right, because I'm going to do this with node version with that. Okay, so then our runs on is just going to run on you. Then the rest of the steps happen based upon this, I think. So we come through here. Now, this is going to be interesting. I don't necessarily have a good way of like deploying, like now having this set up. Like this is a shell script that runs really well on Linux, and it will probably run really well for Mac too, but it won't run for Windows. So we would need to figure out how to deal with that. Because with Windows, we want to pass in the .exe. If matrix reloaded, and then output to matrix revolution. Oh man, it's been so long since I've even thought about those movies. So this is our problem here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just comment these out. So just by pushing this up, I think now everything will build and run for all the different operating systems. So let's go ahead and try that, see if that's actually what happens. Do all the OSs build? Push you up. I mean, it's running. Oh, 0 out of 3 jobs. Okay. Deploy Ubuntu latest, deploy Windows latest, and deploy Mac OS latest. Okay, that's pretty awesome. So now we can come in here and see, oh, deploy Mac just failed instantaneously. Oh, right. Okay. So this one fails because unable to locate an executable at this location. Yeah. So I think I can do probably Mac OS and Ubuntu together, but Windows is going to have to be separate. Because I can't and in Mac, I can't do apt install. In Windows, I can't do apt install. Only in Ubuntu, I can do that. And I don't even remember if I need to do anything special for Windows. So you know what? I need to do all these separately anyways. Like it's a good idea, but it just, oh, it's so close. So I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna undo what we did. No matrix. So we're gonna run this on Ubuntu latest. We install this stuff. We don't do this thing. I don't even know if I need to do this like big thing here. Because if I do build for development, what if I just like create dist folder? You're just gonna be a maker dist. Then we're gonna have name, copy executable, copy into dist. And then we're just gonna copy target, release, platformer with level editor into dist, like that. And that's gonna run just fine here. Now, if I take you and I copy you, and we also rename you to deploy Linux, we then create another one, deploy Windows. Now you are Windows latest. I don't need to install any of these packages. We just start going through here, we do your thing, and now copy, so make dir dist, this is copy, I think is what it is on Windows. We're gonna copy .exe into dist. There's that. That's fine. And then for Linux, can I just duplicate? No, I can't. We could just cd GitHub workflows and copy item. This is deploy linux.yaml to deploy Mac OS.yaml. See, here is this Mac OS latest. Again, I don't know what I need to install for that, just to build it. There we go with those things. And then once again, yeah, that should be fine. So if we create all of those, so 3 actions for 3 operating systems. Push you up, and then I think this might be easier to follow too. I think these can run in parallel as well. Let's find out. So here's all 3 of them running. They're queued. In progress, queued. In progress, in progress, in progress. Okay, so all of them are now available to run in parallel together, which is pretty awesome. I think that should work. So we can now wait to see if this runs. Oh, I didn't rename them properly. Oh, okay. Because up here, this is deploy Mac OS, deploy Mac OS, Mac OS, deploy Windows, and the other one can remain deploy Linux. Ooh, look, okay, so these all successfully did the thing. So here you deploy Mac, Okay, so copy into dist. It runs that. It didn't error, so it copied in. So when we do get our deploy set up, I can copy whatever deploy stuff I need in here, and it should just deploy that, which will be great. I probably should also rename it to like the Windows version of the game, because they're going to be overridden in S3, which is not ideal. So Windows should be fine, but even so, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this to Windows. Platformer with level editor. Windows platformer.exe. So we're just gonna name this platformer for right now. Like we need a good name for this. Deploy Mac OS. This is gonna come in as Mac OS platformer. We can also like put it into a folder in here. That actually might make sense too. Like makedir dist. Is it makedir-p? Oh, because it's different for Windows. Like I want dist/Windows. Okay, so that's probably what I'm gonna do in the end. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We'll deal with this later. I'll probably do like the rest of this off stream, but this is a good like, sort of like starting position, I think, for us. Did you all succeed? You did. Okay, so all three of them were able to build. Notice that only the Linux one needs those apt installs, the extra libraries, for us to actually build GGEZ, but the rest of them worked. So this is how I'm going to be able to create builds for Mac, for Windows, and for Linux. And if any of them fail, we're basically going to also prevent the stop like a pull request coming in too. So that way I know that like, hey, I screwed up. We need to fix that now. All right, so back to you. Set up GitHub Actions. Well, I guess I'll assign myself. What do we have here? So we are linting with Rust format. We're linting with Clippy. We're building for release on all of these operating systems. We're not deploying to S3 yet. So that's gonna be the last thing. I'm gonna do the rest of this off stream. And I don't know if it's gonna happen like before the next stream, but like when I do get it running, I'll go ahead and like show you all what I did for it. Okay, so that's set up GitHub Actions here. I am gonna go ahead and end sort of like the video here. I also am gonna end the stream here too, and that's just because it's 8:24. I've got to head to work pretty soon. I usually end the stream some like anytime between 8:15 and 8:30, so I can head up and go get ready for work. This is like active for me. As I said, I'll continue doing this off stream. I'll probably set up the README off stream, so that allows us to get into the fun stuff tomorrow, including like set up the title screen. So actually doing real programming as opposed to all of this CI/CD, what is it, DevOps type stuff, which is really fun in its own right, but not the meat of the project. So I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time in order to start working on this. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube video here.